Let's go back to the sandy confines of the nation's capital, shall we? First MX2 Moto, it was the Austin Politelli show, but Kevin Benoit kept it tight. Monster Energy Kawasaki takes the first Moto win. We go to Moto 2, and Kevin Benoit, Royal Distributing Fox Rider, gets the whole shot. Freezy, his nemesis, in tight. Benoit holds onto it and earns the top spot of the box. Welcome to round 7 of the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth. This week, Motocross Deschambault, just outside of Quebec City. This week's MX2 action will be brought to you by Motovan.com. Fabs, an absolutely gorgeous facility. Although we had some rain this morning, buckets were.
It was torrential. This is a sandy track. It can deal with the rain, but the amount of rain that came down caused pooling and puddling. It is going to be a gnarly first moto, no doubt, here in Deschambault.
You see all the water being pushed off the track right now as we prepare for the first MX2 Moto. Surprisingly enough, it hasn't rained for a little while. Track's getting better. Let's get to the points in the MX2 class. After 6 of 10, Kevin Benoit looking good in the lead. Freezy still has a chance. Moffenbauer, Wentland, and Politelli rounding out your top 5.
Right behind those guys, Topher Ingalls, really close to Politelli. Medallia kind of alone. Then it's Rarick, Schmoke, and Dylan Wright close together.
Okay, boys on the line. Good shot of the number 28, Sean Robinson. Different kind of a start because of the sand, Brian. No Loman there, so maybe they can get themselves a good pack down and maybe a good jump. Liam O'Farrell on the outside of the doghouse.
The South African, number 26, got himself a nice spot packed in. Not a lot of mud behind the starting line, so those guys will be able to get a good jump, but that starting line is full of water. You can see the pooling areas, great elevation changes, awesome jumps, very thrilling for the rider and spectator, but in the mud, it kind of comes down to that survival, and getting a good start is key.
Riders not going out on parade, just doing a couple test starts as we prepare for the first MX2 Moto. The gate's about to drop. You don't want to go anywhere. Welcome back to Motocross Deschambault, just outside of beautiful Quebec City. We get ready for the first MX2 Moto. Hey, race fans, don't forget about liking the CMRC MX page on Facebook, mxnationals.ca. Fabs, that's where all the goodies are, as we see the lovely Dasha come out with that 30 ball.
I think I'd like to like Dasha on Facebook. And don't forget, this moto is brought to you by Royal Distributing.com, your power sports leader and sponsor of the Royal Distributing Triple Crown Whole Shot Trials. Is going to 5.
Benny on the inside, fastest qualifying time this morning, Brian. Stuchel KTM, here they go. It's a short straightaway into a left-hander. Who's going to get that Royal Distributing?
Wow, the number 4 of Jeremy looked like he had it, but it is the 24 hole.
Wow.
Crowd hero Kevin Benoit with the shot, and we've got carnage through the puddle. Not pretty at all. Oh my goodness, look at, there's not a clean spot on this guy.
A lot of soup in that first big bowl there, Fab. You see where all the water's collecting. Back to this gorgeous roller straightaway. Don't get caught in the bottom as we see line options, really wide track. As they head down into the valley, it's gonna be trouble down there because of course that's where all the water was collecting. Look at it, it's a big soup bin down there.
Man, it's a chocolate fondue. Look at these riders. The guy in third just land complete fishtail, gathers it up. So easy to high side in these conditions. Luckily a little drier. Moffenbauer goes down, gets a little contact. He gets helped out.
Riders funneling up the hill. Tough place to go down back into that treat section. Fabulous. Let's go back and have a look at that start because it was a beauty.
Look at the number 4 of Jeremy Medallia, just on fire. Hits the dry stuff, checks up a bit, then hits another mound there, just getting inside the track marker. But it is Kevin Benoit with a monstrous whole shot out here today. And this is what you want on this track. You want the clear goggles, the clear visibility, eating no one's roost. Medaglia, you can see, he's covered in roost, and that's just from Benoit.
Great start for the number 58 Duroy KTM of Jeremy Pronovo, so he's up in the mix. And another KTM, that is the 26 Scott back Liam O'Farrell.
Yeah, O'Farrell in the black-green with the right yellow shoulder. Pronovo in all red. Great to see Pronovo coming into his own. We've seen him year after year as an amateur, intermediate, pro-am, and now all of a sudden a bona-fide pro. The guy's sitting third. Pretty impressive.
He's had a bunch of top 10 starts. Looks like the number 1 of Austin Politelli's also in the mix. It's a darn good thing this isn't a Lomi dirt track, Fabs, or we'd be into a quagmire, sand down the bottom. This is probably the worst part. Right now, O'Farrell carrying speed on the outside. The two-stroke looks like it might be the bike of choice. 3 of them in the top 4.
O'Farrell goes right through the middle of that puddle to make the pass. You can see Pronovo go for a tear-off. In these conditions, you want to use them sparingly because you're going to need an awful lot of them, and you want to keep those goggles on for the whole moto if possible. Austin Politelli tries low slide.
Inside line difficult, looks like Freezy gets by. Rarick's in the mix, and here comes Wendland. You want to get a good start on a muddy race day, Faz. That is for sure.
And these guys sure did. Politelli going for his roll-off system. Bam, there goes the gogs. And on this track, at least it's sand, so you can soldier through without goggles. You're not going to have a lot of those rocks coming in, you know, causing maybe blindness or a serious eye injury. So Politelli without goggles for now. We'll see if he grabs some new ones or not.
De Silva and Benny rounding through that Rockstar button. Hook Politelli on the inside, going in to get a set of fresh ones, Brian. Sean Robinson's mechanic, P15, come on, waving that towel back up to our leader, the number 24, Kevin Benoit. Looks spectacular in that 2015 Fox gear.
I love the color of that gear, and he is clean. He is out for a Sunday ride. Here comes the number 4, hard-charging Jeremy Daga, losing a little bit of ground to Benoit. You know, when Benoit gets the whole shot, he always wins. Oh, the 648 sampling.
Damon Gold on the inside, real tough part of that track. Riders bunching up. Huge puddles through this roller section as we head back to the 34. Dylan Wright in the mix, and here comes Moffenbar. Remember, he went down early, Fabs.
Yeah, he pushes so hard. He came in to that uphill driving so hard, and of course on the opening lap, everyone's close together. Maybe there was a little contact there, but yeah, this is a little corner where Moff went down. Look at the nice line for Swanson, just cut right across. The young kid from San Antonio, Texas, charging hard to our leader, the 24, local fan favorite, Kevin Benoit. He doesn't have any debris on him. He probably yanked 1 or 2 tear-offs. The whole race, just what's coming up from his own front wheel.
Minimizing damages, back to the number 58. That's Jeremy Pronovo in 3rd place. I saw the 719 of Vince Freeze working his way up through one of the more difficult parts of the track. Oh, Freezy with an issue. Oh, salvaged it, Brian, then he's up and over and back onto the track. Didn't gain a position, he's okay to do that.
Politelli is having problems. Travis, I wanted to mention that part of the track is so gross. A lower, more dark dirt soil, so a lot muddier there. Freezy doesn't even get up, cuts up, misses a bit of the corner. He will not be penalized for that. Entered the track safely wherever the heck he could out here.
Our leader, the 24, Kevin Benoit, still just doing exactly what he needs to do, staying in front, keeping clean. To Medallia, looks like the 26, that is the South African Liam O'Farrell starting to pressure Medallia for 2nd.
Now these two guys starting to pull away a little bit. Oh, a huge low slide. The number 46 Yamaha rider, Hayden Halstead, the likable young man from Waterford, Ontario. Marin Bikes has got his back to help with his training. Now he's got to go way back and around and rejoin safely, which he does.
Well, you talked about this, that low part of the track being a lot more loamy, Brian. It is much slipperier down to the bottom. A lot of water collecting down there to the 24, Kevin Benoit, really handling and navigating this very difficult track in a very professional way. The battle for 2nd is heating up.
It sure is, boy. And this track is still pretty smooth, but it's the ruts in the corner that are getting really deep and troublesome. And on these 250Fs and 252 strokes, not quite as much power, so they get the life sucked out of them in this deep, soupy stuff.
Well, it's interesting, too, when they doctored up the track before the race, they didn't get rid of the slop, they just smoothed it over, so those inside lines are as deep as they can be.
Yeah, oh, look at this rider in behind, just covered in mud and roost. Yeah, this guy here, Rarick, has just been feeding him, and that's Jesse Pierce. He's been getting fed a good, healthy dose of Deschambault mud soup.
Lovely English as he comes around to the finish line. Here's the top 10 guy in the East, Brian. He's been whole shot and looking great as we get back to the number 4, Jeremy Medallia. Liam O'Farrell is keeping him in check.
Yeah, but Jeremy is responding wonderfully here to the pressure. He's able to maintain the gap. He's a true champion. He won here last year on the 450, so we know he's a winner, and he is a winner at heart.
And let's not forget that he won the mud race in Regina, so we know that he's got mad mud skills. Backed up to 38, Redemption Racing KTM, and here comes Little Muff on the outside with a dynamite line carrying speed.
Wow, did he ever choose the right way around there? Of course, his father, Randy, is Big Muff, hence Sean is Little Muff. What?
Oh, no!
We were just talking about Jeremy. This is deadfall. Kawasaki has had their demons in the MX2 class this year, coming off of 2 back-to-back national championships.
Crowd cheering wildly for their homeboy, the number 24, Kevin Benoit, getting back to the Monster Energy Kawasaki team. Both of those riders DNFing this Moto, Brian, so that is not good for that team. They're running the number 1 plate, former champions, to Sean Moffenbauer, coming up to get his last lap flag, waning stages of the Moto.
I would love to see Moffenbauer get a whole shot. That would be something. This kid just plays catch-up, doesn't get a great start, tries too hard, falls down, always catching up to our leader, class act, little bit of roost from some lappers. He's rolling in beautifully, 2015 Fox gear. He's got Royal Distributing behind him as well. Great motorcycle between his legs. He's stoked.
In fact, don't forget, Benoit has been running the red plate since round 1. That's a huge bullseye, but he's been handling it and managing the championship very well. Freezy in second place, not having the moto that he wants. Benoit doing exactly what he needs to do.
Freezy getting really creative to get inside Benoit's head, both on and off the track, with various antics. It is not working as Benoit hole shots and wins in front of this adoring crowd. Welcome back to the Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals and round 7 in Deschambault. Whole shot winner there, Kevin Benoit on stage. To our Yamaha leaderboard, Freezy settles for 4th. Great ride for Pierce, followed by De Silva, awesome. Rarick Swanson, Jess Pettit on his return, finishes 10th.
Second place, first MX2 Moto, is the 26 of Liam O'Farrell, coming off of that shoulder injury. Liam, you look spectacular out there on the 2-stroke.
Yeah, luckily the shoulder injury didn't really bugger me in the mud. So I was just able to ride smooth and consistent pretty much for the whole 25 minutes plus 2. And a good start really helped me get up front. It was really hard to pass. I was struggling behind Jeremy for a long time and just ripping tear-ups. But it was just a really good race.
Finishing third, first MX2 Moto here from Deschambault, is the 58 Duroy KTM of Jeremy Pronovo. Jeremy, first time on the podium, buddy. You look fabulous out there. You had a couple good battles in that 3rd, 4th, and 5th positions. Way to soldier your way through.
It was a really good race. I thought I was 4th all the race. Then my dad told me I was 3rd. I was so happy. Then I kept it, rode smart, didn't want to crash because track is really slippery. So I kept it on 2 wheels, and that's the only thing that I wanted to do. And I'm happy down here.
City and the Sea with their track Trouble. Stick with us, second moto next.
This is Motocross Deschambault and round 7 of the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Mark Travers and Brian Coster in the booth as we prepare for MX2 Moto 2. The lovely Melissa bringing that board across. Of course, this MX2 Moto will be brought to you by Couche-Tard, a fabulous place to get that ice-cold Rockstar Dasha 30 up.
Kingsley overseeing the proceedings, synchronizing watches. Politelli back on the line. He's got the inside gate pick. Not a bad spot for this kind of short shoot into a left-hander.
Riders prepping as board goes to 5 fast. Let's go on board with the 14 to Topher Ingles and take this in. Oh, dynamite jump for Freezy, but look at Benoit cut across. Does he have the lead? He does, and he gets that roll distributing hole shot. Wow, I thought Freezy was coming in to take that inside line. No go.
He came in on him hard. Benoit had to check up. Freezy drifted wide like Jeremy did in the first one, and then Benoit just cut in with a great hole shot. Topher with a decent start, right up in the mix, gets passed by a couple guys here, but he's still right up towards the top 10 easily.
Great start for the 139 Jess Pettis, Monster Energy, leading edge Kawasaki. The 3rd fight for that team on the track for the MX2 class as the riders funnel down into this valley. Ryan, still a lot of water collecting in these valleys.
Yeah, definitely. Luckily, it has not rained anymore, so the track is drying out. We can see a lot of our top riders in that top 10, so we are in for a treat here in this moto. Out of the birch trees they come. Crowd going nuts for Benoit as he makes his way down. In the dry, they can carry a little more speed on the outside and actually jump a little bit down in there. Moffenbauer has got himself locked right now into 4th. Right behind him is Pettis, and then our helmet cam operator, Topher Ingles, on that RTR performance bike, sitting 6th.
This moto is setting up because right now Vince Friese is in 2nd place. He needs to get up there and battle with Benoit. Of course, Benoit and Friese arch enemies on the track.
Yeah, and off. Look at the gap that Benoit has already developed between Friese. Friese's going to be in a world of hurt if these guys catch him. There goes Moffenbauer past O'Farrell into 3rd. Nice move, great execution.
Moffenbauer didn't get a great start in the first moto, but he battled back. Now he gets a good start, carrying a lot of speed, Brian. That's the one thing I've noticed about him. Now he's offline through that berm section, and O'Farrell gets by him.
That's all it takes out here. Great heads-up racing by Liam O'Farrell to the hole shot. Wow. There it is. Unbelievable there. Friese had it, drifted wide. As we said, Benoit checked up, tucked up under. Hole shot, triple crown, $800. Thank you, very nice.
Great visuals down in the valley here, Brian. Great to see a race in Quebec. No rules, just right. Do whatever the heck you want, go wherever you want, and enjoy some great racing.
Sit wherever you want. Right on there. You don't want to get struck by a bike there because that is a leg long gone. But those guys got a great seat right in on the action.
The number 4 of Jerry Medallia has slipped by his teammate Pettis. I saw Paul Telly in there. 3 Monster Kawasaki's in the top 10. 2 our leader, the number 24, Kevin Benoit, looking really good.
See Benoit out there in these conditions. It's correct, overcorrect, correct, overcorrect. You're constantly fighting the elements. You're trying to go as fast as you can, so you're constantly just making up for where the bike's gonna go. So you can just see the body English, these guys all over the place, kind of letting the bike drift where it needs to go, but then you got to get back on top of it. Hard work right now, and now it's Moffenbauer back in the thick of things, battling with O'Farrell.
Deep in the Moto corner, Brian, this track is setting up fantastic. A lot of moisture to the number 58, Jeremy Pronovo, sitting in 11th. He was on the podium in the first moto. Back to Moffenbauer, rubber gloves on. He's probing.
He's taking a look here. Look on the inside. There he goes. Does he have the line? Oh, O'Farrell responds, finding traction. The track's starting to dry out. Crisscross by Little Muff. Pressuring right now. Can he stick a nose in? He gets the whole rear end in front of him, and in the soft spot, they're both paddling and paddling away. This is anyone's game. What a race right now.
You better believe it. Sometimes track conditions like this bring out the best racing because it's super difficult. On the motorcycle, you saw Moffenbauer with a little swap coming out of that section.
Oh, now he finally goes for a tear-off, and here it is. It's slow-mo, lands right in front of him, says, I got this. This locks up, slides right into the Carpaccio soupy stew, and look at O'Farrell just struggling to get it down. Classic 2-stroke, 4-stroke battling.
Moffenbauer had the inside line, to your right. Quick lockup, and then he's over the berm to our leader, the 24, Kevin Benoit, doubling through that full diaper. He's keeping himself clean, Brian. He's doing what he needs to do.
2 motos like this, he is really carrying speed out on this racetrack. And now O'Farrell looks like he's pulled a little bit on Little Muff. Now Moffenbauer has got his rear view mirror full of the number 4 Monster Kawasaki Thor rider of Jerry Medallia. Oh no, Friese is spun out.
Friese with a huge issue down at the bottom of that valley, Brian. Probably one of the worst parts of the track, very soupy.
Man, oh man, he gets up quick. He was trying so hard to reel in Benoit. Momentary lapse of concentration. He falls down. Now Pettis has a good battle. This is for 10th with Redemption Racing. Seth Rarick, who is backed by GP Bikes just outside of Toronto. And look at the size difference. I know you always like, Rarick's this big tall guy and Pettis small little fella.
Looks like a father-son race out there for crying out loud. Back to the battle for 3rd place. Moffenbauer looking good, but Medallia was fast in that first moto. He's got some good lines out here, and he knows how to ride this slick stuff.
What Pettis lacks in height, he sure makes up in heart as this battle rages on. You can see it getting really hard inside those ruts. You can see Jeremy just kind of skidding down. He is mojoing it right now up into Moffenbauer's grill. He wants to stick a wheel on. Moff for sure gets his nose right in there.
The one thing about a track like this is it develops though one line early in the morning, and sometimes those wider lines, does it, exactly that.
And he gets it, bam!
Montpenbier swings wide, Jeremy goes inside, makes the pass, so Montpenbier was a little slick there, I think.
That's another notch in the belt for Jeremy as he looks over to see if he's coming, and bam, third place in the books right now for Jeremy. Okay, in slow-mo, Jeremy gets it perfect. Montpenbier just gets up in the soft stuff, has to make a correction. That's all it takes. Split second, this is a game of millimeters.
Braking in throttle control, Brian, we talk about it all the time. Now he's made up the gap on O'Farrell, sticking his nose into that South African. Wow, that inside line has been dynamic all day.
Rubbin's racing up here in Canada, no question. This is gonna give O'Farrell the incentive to pick it up, ride your lines, ride smooth, ride away. Do not leave the insides open. He knows Jeremy's there, so right now, it's on the line for O'Farrell. Second in that fourth moto was huge for him. He wants a taste of the podium again.
And those two had a great battle in the first moto. Looks like the number 14 RTR KTM of Topher Ingles getting into this fray. The one thing I like about O'Farrell, though, he's an experienced rider. He doesn't get rattled by that contact.
Yeah, he's super calm, super collected, great star of the sport, residing in Toronto. Funny thing is, the South African, his wife Pam actually works for the Kawasaki team.
He does, Fast, but I don't see Medallia coming out of that corner as they get, there he is right there. So he had a problem in that Rockstar corner out to the finish line, and he had to back it off. Tough break, because that battle was setting up nice.
Holy smokes, so Jeremy just lost a lot of places. All that work he did. Now Jesse Wetland, MX101 rider, not the greatest start. He's really had to work his way back up. Now in 6th place, respectable.
Again, one of the fastest guys in the class. How about the number 61 of Dylan Schmoke sitting in 7th place right now, and the 719 of Vince Freezy, who we saw go down in that valley, is charging hard. Every point is valuable for him.
Boy, Freezy is really going fast out there. Has to take the same line right there as Dylan Schmoke out of California, because that is the fast way round. Freezy, of course, originally from Missouri, riding on that Smart Top Moto Concepts Honda.
To our leader, the 24, Kevin Benoit, on his final approach. Couldn't have had a better day, Fabs. 2 hole shots, partisan crowd. He's going to take the clean sweep. He looks fantastic. Wow, this is amazing.
He's coming back with all his tear-offs, I think. Perhaps these other guys got no tear-offs, no gogs. This guy's just clean as a whistle. That's the way you do it, Deschambault style.
Nice job, Fabs, to our Yamaha leaderboard. Top 10, second MX2 Moto. Benoit, O'Farrell, Moffenbauer, your top 3. Let's go down to Medaglia, Freezy, Schmoke, Rarick, and Pronovo. Take it, G.
1-1 on home turf, doing a little bit of JSR right there, but he does it Kevin Benoit's way. Kevin, buddy, an absolute perfect day. Double hole shot, double moto win. Can't get any better than that in front of the best crowd ever.
Yeah, man, you said it. It's just a perfect day. I don't know what I could have done better. I mean, the bike was working awesome. Track was, I mean, good in the second moto. It was drying up, and yeah, and 2 hole shot. I mean, can't ask for more. And all those people were cheering for me. It was a special feeling.
Rockstar Energy Yamaha once again showing that he never, ever gives up. Not getting off to a great start, not having one of your better days, Sean, but once again, you just show the heart pays off and you get another third overall in the day.
Yeah, for sure. That first moto wasn't exactly what we wanted. I just screwed up on that first start, and it was pretty one-lined out there, so it was tough to pass. But second moto, the Yamaha got off to a great start, and had a great battle with Topher, Jer, and Liam. So it was fun to be out there, and I'm glad my fitness paid off in the end.
To our series points in the MX2 class after 7 of 10 rounds. That gap between Freezy and Benoit now 33 points. Moffenbauer in third, 45 out. Woo, she's going to be a good one as we head to round 8.
Nice job, Trav. Thanks for joining us. Don't forget to like the CMRC MX page on Facebook and go to mxnationals.ca for all the latest news, gossip, and information.
You have been watching the 2014 Rockstar Energy Drink Motocross Nationals. Brought to you by Motovan.com, the source for power sports, parts, and accessories. Special thanks to Hills Production Services, Ross Thompson, Ryan Gold, and the Grand Poupah. We'll see you next week on the East Coast.